Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we will be discussing about filter function in Python. So filter function is used to filter out the elements of an iterable depending on a function that tests each element in the iterable to be true or false. For example, it will return a function operation on each element of an iterable. So it will return the element which is only true or false, and it finally returns an iterable elements which are true. So that's what the filter function definition describes. So syntax is filter function name iterable. So example is ls is equal to 1 2 3 4. I have defined a function def func1 l. If l is greater than 2, return true, else return false. So I'm just created a function which is func1, and I have described a variable there. So the variable will be the iterable objects or iterable elements which are 1 2 3 4 that test the condition if L is greater than 2. If an iterable object greater than 2 returns true or else returns false. So finally, the filter function returns only the elements which are true. After creating an results variable, so result is equal to filter func1 comma ls. The func1 will be the function to test the elements whether true or false based on function condition, and ls will be the iterable object. So I'm printing its results. So finally, I'm printing the type of results. So once you print the elements, it will be in terms of filter function. So to check its type, you can have a check of its type, which is of filter. And in order to access its element, you can make use of for loop for I in the result variable and print I, which gives the elements which are true for a given function condition. Let us try to execute this filter function in code editor. Now let us do a syntax first. So filter, then function name and iterable. So now let us create our iterable 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Now let us define a function def func1 var. So I will try to give a condition if var greater than 2, return, else return false. So this is my condition. So to check whether the iterable objects are greater than 2 or not. So it will only gives the element which will be greater than 2. For example, 1 will be eliminated from the given list. So I will try to create a result variable where I will make use of filter function. Now I will pass the func1, which is the function which need to perform operation on my lists. So print a. I will just print it, and I will print its type of a. So when I run this, you could able to see I got an filter object and I got an class filter. So in order to access these elements, I can make use of for loop for I in a, print I. So when I run this, it will give an element which will be greater than 2. Why 2 is also removed is because var is greater than 2, where 2 is not greater than 2. So 2 will be equal to 2. Hence, 1 and 2 is eliminated from the list and only 3, 4, 5 are been printed. So I will try to explain here. So ls will be my iterable object. So this is my iterable. So when I do this operation, filter function first check the function 1 on ls. So in function 1, I have a variable var. So var will be the iterable objects that will be elements of ls. So if I try to run with first object, so 1 greater than 2, it is false. So hence it will go to else condition and returns false. And 2 is greater than 2. Again it is a false condition, it will go for else and returns false. And in the third condition, 3 is greater than 2, hence it will be true. And 4 is greater than 2, it will be true. And 5 is greater than 2, that will be true. Hence those elements will be printed. So those elements will be printed in terms of an filter object. So in order to get its element, we can make use of an for loop for I in a. If you print I, you will get all the elements, whichever the iterable objects or iterable elements that pass the given function condition, which is var greater than 2. So that's the explanation of filter function. So that's all for the day. Thank you.